shit. I better talking to this mic. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ceremonial Witch back here again. Um, just to post one last video there for Instagram and YouTube. I did the math finally and figured out that 7 billion, the 1% of 7 billion people on the planet would be 70 million. And the square root of 70 million would be 8,366. So 8,366, which is actually 0.6 after that, so 0.6 of another human. So I don't know if that would be a child or, I'm not going to make any insensitive jokes, but the fact that there's 8, infinity number 3, the number of Mercury, Gemini. Well, Mercury is also the 8, but Gemini is the third sign. The rules the third house, but that has correlations to Saturn as well, but not as much as the number 7 does. But then there's 3 6s after that. It's kind of funny, just a coincidence. But so yeah, it would be 88,366 or 8,367 if you round up like most people would do. That would be the percentage of people, let's say, doing magic or a new age or meditation or in some kind of East yoga tradition, any kind of witchcraft tradition, ceremonial magic, whatever, just people that actually use their mind. That's a very small number when you put the 7 billion in perspective, but at the same time, it's a small number, but all those people would have to be on the same page trying to do the same thing. And potentially most people want a good life, but not everybody wants the same things out of life. But anyways, I wasn't trying to say that this is something we have to do or anything like that. Like I said, the only thing I was trying to point out was I posted the Greg Braden a clip from the 3-hour seminar that he did, where he stated he did the math whenever the world was at 6 billion, 6.5 billion. He did the math for that and it ended up being 7,000. So I wasn't too far off, even though I said 70,000, which was way off and stuff like that. I got the 7 right at least, but 7,000, right? 144,000 prophesized light workers, right? That's something that was big. I put videos about that too, or I recorded the higher self channels videos about light workers and the prophesized 144,000. So 7,000. 7,000 people, you know what I mean? If you do 7,000 times 7,000, you're going to get somewhere close to 144. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to stop with the math because I said I was good at math and my math is terrible lately. So I guess when you go past the 12 times 12, I'm not so good anymore. But anyways, I wanted to go on here and actually do the final correction of my math. But 8,000 people in going for the same thing. Everybody doesn't have to agree on everything. But if we had something in agreement, like this is something that we believe that shouldn't be anymore. And you don't want something too polarizing like politics or religion or vegan or flat earth, but there's something out there that I think we could all agree on. And if that was the case, then we don't even have to talk to each other or get in a committee. We could literally just do our magic and have this in the back of our mind and acting as if it's already so, and it would be so. So keep that in mind when you're getting past your initiation, your neophyte stage, and you're moving up the ranks in magic. That it's a very small number. So if you're in a small municipality or a small state, a small province, or even a small country, it doesn't take much of you to do 100 people for a city that has 1 million people. That's not much. So imagine if your city only has, like mine, 40,000 people. How easy it would be to make change. I'm not even going to do the math, but 40,000 is a very small number already. And 1% of 40,000, would be like what, 2 fucking, well, anyways, I'm not going to do the math. We're just going to stay away from the fucking math. But it would be a very small number. It could literally be almost like 1 or 2 covens, 13 members or less, you know what I mean? That could make a big change. So this should put stuff into perspective about why the media has most people focusing on something. Even if they only get 1 out of every 5 people that focus on what they want them to focus on, they're still golden. So keep that in mind when I talk about taking back your mind, why it's so important. It's not only just important for you and your manifestations, it's important for the world as we know it. And the more people that start I'm not saying reptilians and aliens are fake. I'm not saying that at all. I have no way to know if it is or isn't. And to be honest, some of that stuff is fascinating, especially the really well put together documentaries about it. But I stay away from it because it doesn't serve me, and I don't want to be focusing my power on something like that, especially if it puts me in any kind of fear, or even, let's say things are going bad for me, and it's like, well, fuck, I hope the aliens invade, or I hope the internet crashes, or some shit like that, just because I'm in spiteful mode. You know what I mean? I don't look at that shit. I do my best to stay depolarized, so that I don't have something that I'm focusing on that happens that we don't want to happen. Our Creator gave us the gift to make our own life as we see fit. It's been hidden from us or suppressed, or maybe the people in charge nowadays don't even know, because it's been so many generations of, because someone suppressed it at some point. That much is obvious. But are they still suppressing it, or is it just one of those things where people just don't know what's real and fake anymore, or we've been living so long a certain way that it just is what it is, and the people that think we're being suppressed versus the people that think those people are nuts, you know what I mean? And then you got people that are trying to depolarize, that are trying to be in the middle, like me, that see both sides. Well, who's right? They probably both are. They both think they're right, therefore they both are right. The person who thinks the crazy spiritual witches and magicians and people that talk about flat earth and chemtrails and vaccines and all that, they think that's nuts. That doesn't happen in the world, and it doesn't. People get diseases and die for different reasons for those people, versus the people that believe in all that shit I just said, which I was one of them. And I'm back and forth. I'm not gonna get into that, but those people, when things happen, they're focused on that. Therefore, those things are going to happen in their life. They may have a kid that develops some kind of ADD, ADHD, autism, and then you're going to blame it on vaccines, and is it because of that, or is it because they're focused on that? That's something everybody should remember and know. That if they're trying to get us to, if the people allow us to just run wild with these thoughts and these ideas, like governments or whatever, you know what I mean? If they don't want you to say something, you're stopped. There's no fuss, there's no muss. I said this before. I have videos that are blocked on YouTube. I have videos that weren't allowed on my website, all this shit. And people that get blocked or deleted, they get hidden first and stuff like that. They don't make a big fuss. Whereas people that make a big deal about it, or the media starts making a big deal about it, not to use names, but Jones, what the fuck is his name? He was a truther, big on the 9/11 stuff. Last name was Jones. Anyways, Texas guy. And he got banned from YouTube, and he had a big scandal and all this shit, making him look bad. And like I said, when things get banned, blocked, or people get deleted, you don't hear about it because they don't want to draw attention to it. Because if someone is saying something real, and then they draw attention to it by banning it, then more people are going to see that. But what they want to see is a fake truther being banned, and then sending a message out there, and making people look whack. All the truthers look whacked. All the people that believed in 9/11 conspiracies look whack. That's what happens whenever it's real. Therefore, keep that in the back of your mind whenever you start watching this stuff. Limit it. If you can't just stop it, limit it. But anyways, so yeah, for 7 billion people, it's 8,366 or 67 people to change the world. That'd be a hell of a coven. You don't make a coven over 13 members. I learned that from Uncle Birch. But anyways, this is the last one I'll put on. I have a big weekend coming up, and yeah, I'm going to probably make an episode about this. I'm going to start recording it tonight. I doubt it'll be on tonight. There's a chance, but it'll most likely be on tomorrow. But anyways, check it out. Maybe it'll be on tonight. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for everybody for watching my shit, and have a great fucking day.